Unfortunately, Drew, not everybody can be winners around here. And if you're a loser, Drew, can you tell me where do the losers go around here?
The losers go into the dog house.
So
That was a
dog
gorilla,
house.
bro. That was like a gorilla. Actually, that's not a bark at all. Can you get with our producer? Can we get a little button? A real dog bark
for the dogs.
The dog house, sponsored to you by Fresno, the Fresno Bulldogs. Something like that. I know who I'm putting in my dog house.
All right, so go ahead. Start it off.
Strong.
Go ahead.
He is a $30 million a year wide receiver. He wears number 11 for the San Francisco 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, get your ass into the doghouse. I do. I hate Brandon Ayuk with a passion. God. If you're going to hold out of training camp, at least show the hell up and do something. You can't suck. And this isn't, he's okay. He's this and that. He's dropping the ball. Brock Purdy had 8 completions on Sunday. 8 incompletions. The 49ers had 6 dropped passes. 6 dropped passes. Do you know who the 5th best tackle in the league this year is, PFF? Trent Williams. Trent Williams held out. He shows up. He's doing his damn job. The only thing that Trent Williams has done bad, he's had to leave the game twice for IVs because he's a little dehydrated. But he's doing his damn job. You know who's not? Brandon Ayuk. Lamar Jackson is out of the doghouse. Brandon Ayuk in the doghouse. He's been in Shanahan's doghouse, and now he's in the 2020 podcast doghouse. And he's letting him out. I'm so frustrated. Christian McCaffrey, you got Achilles tendonitis. Nothing we could do. Deebo Samuel, Kyle Shanahan tells Deebo Samuel to run into a brick wall at full speed 100 times a game. All that's great. Juwan Jennings shows out. George Kittle hamstring. We're down to nothing. But you know what we had on Sunday? Our $30 million a year receiver. You know who did absolutely jack shit? $30 million wide receiver.
Absolutely. Brandon Ayuk, you are going in the doghouse. And for me personally, I think that Shane Waldron, the offensive coordinator for the Chicago Bears, and the entire Chicago Bears offensive line needs to go into the doghouse immediately. Shane Waldron is making an excellent case for being the absolute single worst offseason signing by any organization right now. I think toddlers playing Madden right now can go put together a better offense than he's doing right now. Entering week 3, the Bears were dead last in averaging 3 yards per play, the worst mark in the history of the website Team Rankers database ever. Facing first and goal on an Indianapolis 4-yard line, the game is tied 0-0. You know what Waldron called? Called not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 running plays in a row. And you know what those plays did? 2 yards, 1 yard, no gain, and negative 11 yards on 4th and goal. And I don't know if you've seen the picture, but there's a picture out there where by the time Caleb actually gets the ball out of his hand for the speed option, you have 4 out of the 5 of the Chicago Bears offensive linemen either on their ass or looking in the dirt already by the time it's outside of his hands. And we could talk about DeAndre Swift on top of that too for just being awful. 37 carries for 68 yards on the entire season is I don't even know what
you
to do with that.
You do not disrespect the number 1 free agent signing in the NFL, DeAndre Swift, like that ever again.
The Chicago Bears offense has only scored 2 touchdowns in 3 games. 2 touchdowns in 3 games, and both of them came from Caleb. Chicago ranks 30th in ESPN's pass block win rate metric. 30th. If Williams does not have time to throw, if he does not have time to let the plays develop, it's going to be difficult for him to show any sort of significant improvement inside the NFL. This limits the impact of guys that we've talked about all offseason. DJ Moore, Rome Odunze, Keenan Allen, and also makes Williams more prone to mistakes up to this point. And still with all of that, Caleb still threw for 363 yards, setting a Bears franchise record. Point to whatever stat we want to point to. You'll see an offense with no direction. no intelligent decisions, and no respectable offensive coordinators up to this point. Shane Waldron, the entire offensive line needs to go in the doghouse, and they need to stay there until Shane Waldron is out the door in Chicago, because you are making Caleb look really, really bad up to this point.